Hi Aries, welcome to your Astro Reels. It's my pleasure to read for you, as you know. And as you also know, these readings are timeless and signless, so you don't actually have to have any significant Aries placements in your natal chart. And you don't have to be watching this video at the time that it's being made in order for the messages to be for you. If it resonates, then yeah. And if it doesn't, I would invite you to take a step back and then come back at a later time and see whether you can resonate with the messages that are coming through. If you'd like to work more personally with me, you know exactly where to find me at my Etsy page. And as always, it's my pleasure. And as always, there will be a hot beverage in tow. What else do I need to say? I don't know. All right. Oh, if you haven't had a chance to check out the February reading as yet, please do go ahead and take a look. And yeah, and that's it. Let's jump in. Okay, Aries. Now, or whoever you are, because, you know, we don't care about the astro sign here. If it's for you, it's for you. It's so interesting because before I put on the recording, I just was kind of wandering with my eyes and I looked to the left and I was remembering how I've been seeing a guide of mine, like I'll just out of the corner see a big guy, like boom, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I've seen it a few times. And then also I went on a walk, I think 2 days ago, and my guides showed me that I had like a key in my pocket. And now the reason why this is coming up is because, well, I don't know why it's coming up yet, but I know that the next thing I have to remind you guys is that just because you don't understand what something means in the 3D physical, the 3D conscious mind at that level, it doesn't mean that you don't know what it means, okay? Because even as I'm doing these readings, I'm talking to you at the 3D level, but I'm also talking to the different aspects of you because you are a multidimensional being. And so please know that some of the messages coming through are not even for you to need to know at this conscious mind level. But I'll tell you this key is a matter of consciousness, is what they're saying. So for some of you, the reminder is that you've left a back door open. So there's some things that you need to look at. This could be talking about doing energetic work, that in order to clean up your energy field, make sure that certain parts of you energetically in your energetic anatomy are sealed where they should be, so you don't have any leaks, any tears, things like that. But what was I just saying also? Gosh, that one left me. Sorry guys, sorry. There's so much coming through. But anyway, so see this back door? You want to keep it closed. And you know what they're saying? They're saying they also understand that sometimes we get backed into a corner when we're attempting to, what's the word? Retrieve, procure. I want to say procure, but that always seems so had to have a pejorative meaning. Secure, right? To get something, whatever it is, whether it's a job for you, whether it's access to something, whether it's whatever it is that you've been pursuing in the physical field, but also in a non-physical. Maybe you've been trying to retrieve something of value. But because you've been so focused on that, maybe you forgot to iron out certain details. So this may be a nice time now to go back around and take a look at anything like contracts. Take a look at literally physically the back door of your home. Is it locked? Are the locks, is the gate up? Do you have holes in your fence? Because remember, what's going on in a non-physical will show up in your physical world at some point. Right? So please be mindful of that. So what else? I'm trying to, are there any specifics for any of the listeners? Yeah, contract work. Somebody here has to, and some of you may be feeling like a contract you've entered into is no good. I'm getting that it's okay. Now, obviously, I know I'm talking for some of you about contracts you need to look at and then contracts that are good. So, ding, we've got two groups here at least who are dealing with contracts and with different ideas. So it's the realm of a personal reading to get more details on that. But what else are they saying? Let's talk about some of you maybe having some, I wanted to say issues in the heart, like they keep talking over me. Well, first of all, some of you maybe at 4 minutes 44 seconds have to take a look at the heart space. Now, this is not a 5 alarm, because remember, I'm not a medical doctor, I'm not a legal practitioner, I'm not, what's the other one? I'm not a licensed therapist, all of that stuff. And you are an adult, so you're here to listen and just use your discernment. But also, what I do want to let you know is just because, and look what kind of almost flew in here with the heart there. Just because I'm talking about the heart space doesn't mean it refers to your physical heart. We're looking at your energetic anatomy. A lot of you are being asked to do some heavy duty lifting in your subconscious, in your unconscious mind around this heart space. So a lot of grief counseling, grief work may be needed. Some of you may be they're saying working the midnight oil is not going to get rid of it either. So this might be the time to address some emotional issues that are going on inside. Also, there could also be a shout out for those of you who just need to balance your heart chakra in some other way. But either way, remember what I told you guys about needing to look at that back door, because of course we talked about it showing up in the physical, like literally in terms of your house or your trunk even, or just whatever. It could also show up in the physical as contracts and whatnot, but I'm also seeing, and it has to do, thank you, I remember, thank you guys, it has to do with your patterns. There are certain patterns of behavior that you have that need to be changed so that you can have better energetic security in your field, right? So that would give you less psychic attack. Let's see if we can get some specifics, because oh, interesting. Interesting. They're saying going to bed at a reasonable time. For some of you, that's going to make a big change for you. Going to bed at a reasonable time is going to assist you in some way with warding off energetic attack, attachments, entity attachments, things like that. Because it's going to strengthen the integrity of your energetic field. What else? This is interesting. This is clearly specific, but for somebody here going to places where you know nobody's going to be stalking you, that's interesting. That seems kind of serious there. I don't know what that's about. What else? And they're saying making very sure of what you step into. That's interesting as well. So when they say making very sure of what you step into, a lot of times we kind of like, for example, we get invited to a party like, hey, it's a friend of a friend. Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, nothing. Why don't you come by? So-and-so is having a kickback somewhere and, we're all going to hang out. It's Friday. Why don't you come? And you're like, okay. But you don't know who these people are. You may know your friend, but you don't know who these people are. You don't know what they're up to. And they may clean up their house to put a good face on, so to speak. But energetically speaking, there's a lot going on you don't know. And you may not know about the shadow energies, the darkness that's in their home, all sorts of stuff until you literally, let's say, hear about something on the news about something that came out of their household, or just something weird like that. But long story short, there are just ways to exercise better energetic security and not compromising your spiritual hygiene. Because remember, now a very good way to remember this is you wouldn't just like, if it's a blizzard outside, or let's say it's raining outside, obviously or it's cold, you're gonna put on a jacket, right? That's gonna help you because there's a storm outside and you need to like bundle up and feel safe. Now that it works exceptionally well on your physical body, but what good does it do you to walk outside and put a jacket on and protect your energetic field? It does nothing. So you see, you can't put a physical jacket onto your energetic field and call it a day. Onto your body and call it a day and say that, oh, I'm all great in the non-physical now. No, you have to be a little bit more mindful about what it is that you're doing throughout your day, the beliefs that you're believing, the people you're keeping company with, the energies that you're allowing into your field, the energies that you're holding on to. Remember, it's always about the energy. Energy shows up as different forms: people, places, things, situations, ideas. You don't quit people and you don't get rid of people, you get rid of the energy. And when you change the energy, the forms that are attached to that energy, whatever people, whatever places, whatever things, whatever ideas, whatever, they just fall away. from the physical, because they literally have no more structure to them. The structure is the belief. So you have to change the belief. So when they're talking about patterns, they're talking about certain beliefs that you have, of course, making sure to attend to certain behaviors. There are definitely things you can do in your physical space to usher in higher frequencies. You guys are aware of that, energizing your home. What else? Smudging, whatever you want to say. There's so many. I'm literally looking around my house. There's so many things you can do. Of course, you can DM me, but of course we can talk more about this later. Drumming helps. Speaking of that, drumming. I was gonna say. Were they gonna say something about druids? Maybe that's for somebody here. Something is for somebody there. But I was gonna say another thing is moving your body. Move your body. I'm guilty of this because I'm just sedentary by nature, and I'm sorry, Virgo rising, I'm out here just trying to do things. Like, what do you want from me, universe? But that being said, we all have to get up and get out and move about the space. Like, make sure that the energy of the space is always moving, even if it's just to put on an overhead fan to get the energy swirling. Open the windows to let energies in and out. Get rid of certain people. That's not about, oh, I don't love you, or I don't this and that. This is about looking at the energy. The energy is wearing a mask. Whatever person it is, whatever location it is, whatever idea it is, whatever, company, whatever it is, it's just a mask. So when we do this kind of work, we're not looking at Bobby and, oh my God, I love Bobby and we've been together. No, we don't care about Bobby right now. You have to use your key to get behind all of that. Get behind, remembering that you are one with yourself and your higher self. And it's like going into another room. Bobby's out there and all these jobs and all, they're out there in the other room living their daily life. You slip behind the curtain, so to speak, and you do your programming on your field. And you're not even talking about Bobby. Bobby, who's Bobby? Bobby has nothing to do with you programming your energy field. You think, do I want liars in my life? Yes or no? No. Then stop lying to yourself, I would say. But anyway, you can come see me and we'll pump out a few lies, even for the honest ones. We'll see what's going on under the hood there. But do you want liars in your house? No. Do you want breadcrumbing? No. Do you want gaslighting? No. Do you want people not being generous? No. Do you want people not showing up for you but always wanting to take? No. Do you want someone sleeping on your couch after dark even though you told them it's time to go home? No. What is it that you want energetically? And what do you not want? We're not talking about any specific person. And the minute you open that door to then look at the person again and think, oh, but they're my uncle, and oh, but they're my, then what are we doing? And you open that door, you might as well just go back into that living room. Stay behind, drop behind the curtain, do your energetic work, you give it up to God, and then you're done. You've just thrown out the energy you don't want. You've transmuted it. Now, if you're really a master about it, you're going to look at what in your belief is allowing you to even have wanted that breadcrumbing and this and that in the first place. Now, you may argue, I didn't want it. And if you're in that mindset, I didn't want it, Jay, then maybe this isn't the channel for you right now on that topic, because, we're very much about agency on this topic, because we're reading from higher levels of the field. And remember, the higher up you go in frequency, the more macroscopic of a view you get. And it's impossible not to see some agency somewhere there. So this is the surrender part, and asking, well, what is going on inside of me? Where's the grieving? What is this that is giving me, putting me in whatever state of mind, I don't even know what to call it, that says it's okay for this to happen, right? And so do that kind of work, cut off that type of energy, and then give it up to God, or I would say work with God, the creator, whoever that is for you. And then you just watch. You can go back into the living room. Yes, you've already made the decision. And then you just watch who, let's say in that party, just had an idea, you know what, I gotta get home and watch the kids, so I can't stay anymore, kisses, hugs, bye. Or, hey, I just got a call, I gotta go. Or, hey, my stomach just started hurting, I can't stay long. People will see themselves out. There's no energetic attraction anymore if you get rid of the energy. A lot of you are dealing with energy vampires in families and friends. Listen, If you want to be on the dinner plate, do you. But don't think that you're on the dinner plate because somebody's hungry out there. No, you're on the dinner plate because you're allowing yourself to be on the plate. So take a look at that. Okay?